All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat Chimaev, wicked relevant in 2 divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Got to think he's going to try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that I think separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. Doubt him now, folks. Doubt him now. The undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis. And even though, of course, he wanted to beat Israel Adesanya for the title, it ended up being Sean Strickland. This man's the best in the world. And he has had knockers and doubters every step of the way. They knocked his cardio. They knocked his grappling. The man can fight. The man's a born fighter, as are a lot of individuals who grow up in South Africa. And now that he's the champion, in theory, he's 20 to 30% better. We'll see if the incumbent can get dethroned here tonight. All right, with that, the wait for live action ends here. Both fighters have graced the octagon, and we are ready and raring to go here at United Center in Chicago. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Chimaev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Dricus du Plessis.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
Well, much better to come here in the summer than the winter, but it is great to be inside United Center here in Chicago, Illinois, where they have long supported the UFC.
Yes, for a long time, Chicago has come out when the UFC comes to town. It is a beautiful city, and the fans are always rowdy. It's going to get loud here tonight because championships will be won.
Now the hammer fist here by Khamzat Chimaev. Nice strike from bottom position. Chimaev's in half guard. Oh, submission attempt here.
He's fighting. He wants this badly.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Nice punch lands over the top. Nice shot there by the champ. Really good level change.
All right, so there's the early takedown for the decorated grappler. Exactly what he wanted to do tonight.
Exactly what he needed to do if he's going to want to win this fight. You've got to put this guy on his back early, and you've got to put him on his back often.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side. Oh, he's going triangle here.
Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Oh my goodness, he got out again.
Wow, that is fantastic submission defense.
Back to his feet. Du Plessis gets tagged by that stiff jab. Defense not there for him thus far tonight.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Gets the single leg takedown.
Now he's going full mount.
Under a minute to go in our opening round. Oh, huge elbow! And how much more can he take? Oh, he's got his back. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Chimaev.
Get the mount here.
Round two next.
Stop.
All right, brother, relax. Breathe and relax. Okay, that was a good round. I need you to stay a little tighter on the ground with him, though. This guy is very tricky with his submission.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we are, early round two.
Nice punch land over the top.
Back to the jab now, no good. Nice shot over the top there. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
What?
Oh, what a connection right up the gut. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch landed in the perfect spot.
Back to his feet. Oh, big knee to the body. Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, so he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. If you're the top fighter in this situation, oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Wow, somehow, some way he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
Great job landing from the top position.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because,
Oh, arm triangle. Arm triangle. Arm triangle.
oh, that looks tight.
Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
And the horn sounds on round 2. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself. And look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well. But when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal. And if he can land, he does have the ability to damage it.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Lands a strike there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Check, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Glancing right hand lands upstairs. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Tries to work it into a takedown. Collar tie here in the clinch. Busy in the clinch, lands that punch. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off his feet, going backwards. It's hard to run backwards, and that's what happens when this guy hits the double.
Du Plessis has got full mount now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Yeah, he's trying to get to the darts here.
Oh, he's got that submission locked in. He's in real
John,
trouble.
it looks tight. It looks like he's going to get this.
Oh, he got out.
He cleared his leg, got back to his back, and created some space between him and his opponent to stay out of that dart choke.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Chimaev's now looking for a Darce choke.
Oh my goodness, that Darce choke is very tight. It looks like the Darce choke is in. He's got it locked in now. What he's got to do is start to feed his hips, try to hook the leg so that his opponent can't roll to his back. Nice transition. He's got it flat on his back.
Oh, his opponent's squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
Lands the ground and pound strike.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Oh, right in the mount.
All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
Snap out of this, right? You can go all day, okay? I need you to wake up. Your cardio is way too good for this. You've trained way too hard.
All right, let us now look back at some of the highlights from that round, and there just aren't that many guys on this roster that can keep up this offensive wrestling pace over 15 or 25 minutes.
But he's one of those guys. He is one of those guys that's able to continuously take you down even if you get up over and over. He has this ability to maintain that pace and pressure that he can wear his opponents down. That's why you see him get so many finishes as the fights progress.
All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area. And
Oh!
there it is again. Look at that.
Du Plessis got his arm under the chin, going for a guillotine now. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard.
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, feet on the hips here. Oh, well placed with the hammer fist there by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, he's in it. Du Plessis. He's looking for a Darce choke here.
That Darce choke is tight.
You gotta be kidding me. How good is his
This
submission?
dude is constantly dodging bullets, Jay.
All right, so perhaps he's gonna have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Chimaev's got the full mount.
Oh, he got to his spot.
.90 seconds now to go in the round.
Let's work. I'll stand this up. You need to work.
1 minute now to go in round 4 of a possible 5. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Chimaev's back in side control. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, so there's the Horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. Nice job to block the strike there and then counters with an effective hook. So a nice sequence on the feet there by Du Plessis. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Nice punch to the head. That takedown was timed beautifully. I am starting to lose track of how many punches this guy has landed to the head of his opponent.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Khamzat Chimaev.
Gotta be careful here.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
High-level guard pass there as he moves into half guard.
You know the guy's going to his left on the pass, but you cannot stop it. He is tremendous at passing the guard.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Du Plessis back in half guard.
Nice pass. Oh, nice.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground.
I need you to take it back.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground, though. These guys were going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity.
He's out! Khamzat Chimaev with one of the greatest knockouts you will see!
Oh, boy!
We go back inside the octagon for the official decision. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, Khamzat Chimaev, your winner by knockout here tonight. Not quite as quick as the knockout of Gerald Meerschaert, but another quick night at the office for the undefeated Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, a massive night for Khamzat Chimaev to go out there and do it again. To go out there and show that he is one of the best in the world by earning a massive knockout victory.